Picture this. It's 1993. You are young, in love, life is great. Your significant other is by your side. And all you two want to do is explore the Rocky Mountains together. So off you go on a road trip of a lifetime. But soon enough, you cross paths with someone or something, and then everything changes. That is exactly what happened to a young couple from Colorado who were madly in love and had their whole lives ahead of them. But somewhere along the way, things went terribly wrong. But believe it or not, their story doesn't end here. In fact, the shocking details surrounding their case will absolutely shock you. Stay with me till the end of this video. I promise you won't regret it. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing stories. Let's begin. The year was 1993. Two people were in love. His name was Danny and hers was Mary. They both worked at the YMCA as counselors and were considered the coolest young adults around. They were athletic, smart, and very friendly. There was no one else in the world like them. It goes without saying that they were quite the adventurous type. And so whenever they got the chance, they would go on camping trips in the Rocky Mountains near their hometown of Woodland Park, Colorado. The summer of 1993, they decided to go on another road trip, but this time, it was supposed to be different. It was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime. The couple set out on June 26, 1993, and traveled to Glenwood Springs, about 22 miles away from their home. According to reports, their journey began as a leisurely drive along Highway 24, marveling at the scenic beauty that surrounded them. The last person to see them alive was Danny's mother. She saw her son and his girlfriend on that fateful day when they stopped by their house to pick up some last-minute supplies. At the time, she thought nothing of it and waved goodbye as they drove off into the sunset, excited for their adventure. But little did she know, it would be the last time she would ever see them. After Danny and Mary left, there was no trace of them ever seen again. There were no tire tracks, no signs of a struggle, not even a single clue. But the strange thing was that their car was still sitting in the driveway, like they just stepped out for a quick minute. It didn't make any sense. Why would they leave their car behind if they were going on a trip? Something was definitely off. When they didn't return home after 2 days, their families knew something was wrong. They filed a missing persons report, but as the weeks turned into months, their hopes of finding the young lovers alive dwindled. A massive search was launched involving hundreds of officers and volunteers scouring through the rugged terrain of the Rockies, hoping to find any sign of the missing couple or their car. But their efforts were in vain. Despite multiple searches and countless tips, there was absolutely zero trace of where they could have gone or what could have happened to them. All that was left behind was a community torn apart by grief and a mystery that seemed destined to remain unsolved forever. This is how the story remained for almost 3 decades, till the drought of 2024 revealed a buried secret that shocked the whole nation. In early 2024, the western United States was hit by a severe drought. As the reservoirs receded, so did the water levels in the remote mountain regions. It was in one such area that a lucky hiker stumbled upon an old pickup truck that hadn't been seen in decades. The discovery immediately caught the attention of local authorities due to its age and the fact that it was abandoned in a secluded spot in the mountains. Now, this isn't really anything out of the ordinary. Old cars get abandoned in remote places all the time, so you may be wondering, why was this any different? Well, because when investigators ran the license plate number, they discovered that it belonged to Danny and Mary's car. Could this be the breakthrough they had been waiting for all these years? Was this really Danny and Mary's car? If it was, then why was it abandoned in the middle of nowhere? Most importantly, where were Danny and Mary themselves? These questions echoed through the small town, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of those who had never given up on the missing couple. But as it turns out, the car was indeed theirs. And what happened next will send chills down your spine. An investigation was immediately launched and the FBI descended upon the remote location where the car had been found. The area was cordoned off and a team of forensic experts got to work. They carefully examined every inch of the vehicle, hoping to find some answers. The car was taken back to the station for further examination, and the investigation continued. But it was what they found inside the car that truly shocked them. As the investigation deepened, the FBI uncovered a series of disturbing details that pointed towards a sinister turn of events. Inside the car, they discovered a sealed box in the trunk. Upon opening it, they found an old camera with undeveloped film. This was a huge breakthrough since the film could potentially hold the key to unraveling the mystery that had baffled investigators for decades. However, they also found a handwritten journal that sent shockwaves through the small town. The journal contained Mary's handwriting, and the last entry dated June 1993. It detailed their adventurous spirit and love for each other, but it was the final lines that sent shivers down everyone's spine. Mary wrote, "We're being followed. I don't feel good about this," leaving readers on a cliffhanger. What did she mean by being followed? Who was following them and why? These questions swirled through the town like wildfire, leaving everyone on edge. As the FBI delved deeper into the case, the picture that emerged was nothing short of a nightmare. Had Danny and Mary stumbled upon something they shouldn't have? Were they unknowingly targeted? The possibilities were unsettling. But as they continued to dig through the evidence, they hoped to find concrete answers. With the pieces of the puzzle slowly falling into place, the FBI was getting closer to the truth. But it was what they uncovered next that left them stunned. The revelation shook the entire community as it raised more questions than it answered. The online sleuths went wild with speculation. Could this be the case of a hidden crime? Was there a cult involved? What exactly happened to Danny and Mary? The theories exploded across the internet, each more shocking than the last. While the FBI worked tirelessly to piece together the fragments of the past, the family of Danny and Mary were left grappling with a mix of emotions. Closure had finally arrived, but it was tinged with deep sorrow. The discovery of the journal and the camera brought a sense of closure to the family, as it provided a glimpse into the final moments of their loved ones. Yet it was a bittersweet victory, as it unveiled the dark reality of what had transpired all those years ago. In the face of this tragedy, the community rallied together to pay tribute to the missing couple. An online memorial was created to honor their memory, allowing people to share their thoughts, memories, and condolences. The outpouring of love and support served as a testament to the impact Danny and Mary had on those around them, even in their absence. Through it all, the family remained steadfast in their pursuit of justice and closure. They refused to let time erase the memory of their loved ones, ensuring that their story continued to be told. The discovery of the camera and the journal reignited the public's fascination with the case, leading to renewed calls for justice and a thorough investigation. The family felt a surge of hope that after all these years, the truth was finally within reach. It was as if the mountains themselves had kept their secrets close, protecting the resting place of the young couple. But now that the veil had been lifted, the community was determined to honor the memory of Danny and Mary by seeking justice for their untimely demise. And so the story of Danny and Mary serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of love and family. Even in the darkest of times, hope can flicker like a flame, guiding us through the shadows and bringing us closer together. Hey guys, I've got another amazing story for you. Check it out. They vanished without a trace, but then a note was found on a random day 17 years later. What did it say? See you there?